Jennette, holy sh. We are gathered here today to discuss Half His Age by Jennette McCurdy. Half His Age, through Jennette's specific words, is described as an exploration of female rage, power, and desire through the lens of a ravenous, lonely 17-year-old. This book follows a 17-year-old named Waldo through her affair with her English teacher, Mr. Corgi. Imagine being named Waldo Corgi. Like, she wanted that. This is going to be kind of a casual review. I have my thoughts at the beginning, the middle, and then the end. I'm going to summarize what stood out to me and then share my rating. Spoiler alert, this was phenomenal. The book is really short, very concise. It's only 4 hours and 30 minutes through audio, and I gobbled it up in like 2 sittings. My thoughts at the beginning. The first thing that stood out to me is just that I didn't like her really that much as a narrator. To me, as somebody who grew up with Sam Puckett, who, if you don't know, was her character's name from iCarly. I grew up on iCarly. I loved iCarly. And I know that because there is so much trauma attached to the Nickelodeon days, that it is probably very difficult for her to consistently be reminded of that. I, as an audience member, have to just be so for real and just be like, whenever I started listening to her, I really just heard Sam. Like, I really just heard a kind of flat, monotone, slightly bothered Sam Puckett, unfortunately. And it is unfortunate because I know that she does not want to be associated with that, but I just have to be so transparent. Anyway, I didn't love at the beginning, but my opinion kind of did change. What the hell is going on? Oh my god, my neighbors are trying to foil this video, I swear. Sorry in advance for my neighbors. Oh my god, 1 like does in fact equal 1 prayer. Second, I love how concise these chapters are. Oh my god, can we please bring back 1 sentence chapters if they get the job done? If the point is made, we don't need to fluff it up with like 30 pages. We don't. And this is like the best testament to that. My last one is that I noted that Waldo's observations, like from jump, I knew immediately, like, this is gonna be that book for me. Okay, my thoughts kind of more towards the middle. I wrote down in all caps, she speaks at a perfect pace. It was music to my Generation Z ears. And it's specifically because she mentioned on either Jimmy Kimmel or Fallon, I don't know the difference between the two. She mentioned that she doesn't like to listen to audiobooks and she has to do like 2x speed, so she wanted to make it that it naturally felt fast. Thank you so much, Jennette. It's beautiful because I typically have to speed it up a little as well. So props to you, girl. All the things that I wrote down were like quotes that she had that I was like, that stopped me in my tracks. You know, the book is good when you're listening to it or you're reading it and you out loud have to like affirm that what you read was for real. I'll literally just be sitting and listening and I'll be like, yes. Oh, I don't know if it's the Midwestern in me, but I'll be like, oh, as somebody who grew up boy crazy, like completely obsessed with guys and obsessed with the idea of relationships, she talks about how she has, laser focus on Mr. Corgi. And as she's meeting him in the classroom, she's like, oh, or he is like, oh, I don't want to keep you long. Like, I know you have things to do. And she just thinks to herself, like, you are the thing that I want to do. You are you were the reason that I got out of bed to come here. Like, I would love to spend hours with you. Like, I don't have a thing to do. It's like, you are the thing that's taking up my time and my space and my thoughts and my energy. Along with that, she has dinner with him and his wife. And in order to prepare for the dinner, she does a whole entire routine. She does, of course, the everything shower. She does all of the creams and the oils and the lotions, and it does her hair like really nicely. And as she's detailing like every single step that she's taking, it's basically that scene in Euphoria that Cassie does like every morning in preparation to see Nate. And as she's detailing it out, at the very end, she says, what is a woman if not, like soft? What is a woman if she's not satin? I am pure. I am lovable. I am exhausted. Cause like what is a teenager if not constantly seeking to be viewed as desirable. And she mentions this in another in chapter 23 where she says, is there a level of beauty one can reach where they become undeniably wanted? And am I one lip stain away from that level? Oh my God. Because that's really what it feels like. That's really what it feels like when you're being sold all of these things. If I am undeniably wanted, if I feel undeniably beautiful, I am Mount Everest. Something I forgot to really hit on in this casual review is the piece of the age gap relationship and the inappropriate boundary that is leaned into specifically from Waldo's end, because I feel like it kind of, this story shows that like Waldo is not quote unquote the perfect victim. I feel like we are always looking at abuse of power as, you know, a soft teenager who got completely manipulated and didn't realize what she was doing until she gets out. Waldo is unfortunately like a very unfiltered, kind of unlikable person, that it almost makes you forget that she, although she appears to have power, she doesn't. She's consistently chasing power because she wants to be desired, because she's incredibly insecure and grew up in a very unstable background. But I think this book does it so well to make you feel like, no, this person is an autonomous being and she's not manipulated, but she was, and she was abused. But it just, this not being the perfect victim, I think, is like a very interesting way to play the age gap relationship story. Something else in the middle that I noted is that Mr. Corgi is not immediately predatory. When learning about this book and knowing that it's about an affair with a high school teacher, I thought, oh, this is going to be like an immediately sleazy, weird weirdo. He is a couple of those things, but he's not this overpowering presence that has all this strength and this like sex appeal. He's this person who outwardly admits that he's a failure, and Waldo likes that. It just was not the idea that I had in mind of like a typical predator, so I thought that was interesting. If you would disagree with me, let me know. Okay, at the very end, I noted that Waldo has the perfect making of a softly rageful teen. She has an emotionally immature parent. Oh my God. That she feels as though she has to regulate. She grew up poor. When she's detailing things, it was almost too much for me to bear. Like, she talks about how she worked at the mall. I used to work at the mall as a poor teen. And about how you would spend a majority of your paycheck on beauty products, and then how she has an annoying best friend. That to me is like the formula for female rage, is like all of those things combined. What I loved about this book is the character. In my opinion, I think she's meant to be unlikable due to her direct nature and her problematic choices, her self-sabotaging specific choices, yet you understand every single thing she is feeling. You would not want to be this person's friend, but you see exactly the person that they are and why they do the things that they do. And then also, this speaks so clearly to what it is to be a teenage girl. I remember when I was a teen girl, or teen, even before I was a teen, I would always have crushes on like my brother's friends, and used to be like, oh my God, imagine if one of them like fell in love with me. You know, it's like a 9-year-old. And the idea of an age gap when you are a younger girl is appealing because you feel as though you have, and she probably mentioned this, I'm probably just reiterating what she said. You feel as though you carry enough power to carry somebody else in a position of power's like desire. And that feels like a transference of power in itself. I give this a 4-star rating. It was so good. I would die to be able to write like this. I am so happy that she's making art like this, and knowing from her first book what she went through in order to get here. It's such a triumph. It's so phenomenal. Like, even if you didn't know who Jennette McCurdy was, this should stand alone as to like one of her greatest accomplishments. And I am very in tune with who the heck she is, you know? Have you read the book? Let me know. Wherever you are, whoever you are, whatever you're doing, whatever time of day it is. Drop a rec down in the comments and I hope you have an amazing morning, afternoon, or night. Hi, this is really stupid, but I did wear purple eyeliner in the video that you cannot see, and since I just want credit, this is me showing it off, just because I would like somebody to know that I tried. I tried.